As we now move into the Q&A session, I'm going to now ask a very dear friend of mine, and also you saw her perform earlier in the program, Miss Nikki Khan, to lead us into the Q&A session. Please give Nikki a big, big round of applause.
Thank you, Iman. Okay, so this is the questioning sections, and we're going to ask each contestant to randomly pick any card of their choice, and in each envelope it has a question. And first, I'm going to call up Selena. Please step forward and pick any question you choose. Thank you. Okay, Selena, you ready for this? Your question is, what would you say to young girls who fall prey to media's portrayal of beauty? Again, what would you say to young girls who fall prey to media's portrayal of beauty? For example, how they should look, dress, act, etc.
Good evening, everybody, and I feel like don't worry about what other people think. Like, just feel good in your own body. Beauty is everything, I know that, but like, you're beautiful no matter what, inside and out. Thank you.
Well said. Okay, next up, I'm gonna ask Suanna Kasoon to come forward and pick a question. Thank you. Okay, Suanna, your question is, if you were given the money, time, and resources to give help in some way, where or who would you help? Again, if you were given the money, time, and resources to give help in some way, where or who would you help?
Hi everyone, good evening. If I was given the money or resources to help any country or place, the first place I would help is Guyana. I will use the resources to build a school so that the young girls who don't have the opportunity to be in school or further their education or even their aspiration, to give them the opportunity to shine, because we all have something in us that's amazing and we should show that more. So I feel like girls, especially since that we don't get to further our education and we're just limited to getting married at a young age and not furthering our education or our aspiration, I feel like I would help Guyana and India because they are restricted from those opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Suanna, for that lovely question. Next up is Darshini Prasad. Please step forward. Okay, if you were judging this pageant tonight, what quality would you look for in the winner? I'll read it one more time. If you were judging this pageant tonight, what quality would you look for in the winner?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I was to judge for tonight's pageant, one quality that I would look for in a woman is her personality. How she carries herself, how she speaks, and also how she portrays herself at the pageant. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Melinda Murphy. Please step forward and pick a question. Okay, Melinda. Some people have a negative perspective towards pageantry. What would you say to these people in order to change their view about pageants? Some people have a negative perspective towards pageantry. What would you say to these people in order to change their view about pageants?
Good evening, everyone. I would say everybody has their own opinions to what they think. If I had a chance to change someone's mind, I would tell them it's not just about the way people look, it's about giving these girls a chance and self-confidence and bringing them to be something they want to be and achieve in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. Okay, next up is Marina Zachariah. Please step forward. Okay, Marina. Name a time you've been disappointed in yourself, and what have you learned from this experience? Name a time you have been disappointed in yourself, and what have you learned from this experience?
Good evening, everyone. A time that I've been disappointed in myself was when I failed my parents and my brother and overall my family. I feel I couldn't provide for them without a job, without a career, without my education first finishing. And I learned that I should always push myself each and every day, go to school, do what I have to do. And with my parents putting me through college, you know, not everyone has that opportunity. So for me to go is a privilege, and I hope one day to give back to them as much as they've given me. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Next up, Anushka Mathura. Please step forward. Okay, what is currently your biggest challenge in life, and how do you plan to overcome it? What is currently your biggest challenge in life, and how do you plan to overcome it?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My biggest challenge in life right now is finishing high school and to get into a good college to further my education. I think I could overcome that by being confident in myself and trying to get as much help as I could. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka. Okay, last in the Miss Bollywood America Beauty Pageant segment is Jessica Ramatar. Please step forward. And she gets the last question, of course. Okay, Jessica. What advice do you have for youths who are experiencing peer pressure from friends? What advice do you have for youths who are experiencing peer pressure from friends?
Thank you for the question, Nikki. Good night, everyone, and thank you for coming. To answer the question, an advice that I would give to kids that's undergoing peer pressure from their friends or from youth is that to always remain to your values. Always remember that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and if you know that something's wrong, then don't do it just because your friends are. Because at the end of the day, you're for yourself, and you're not there to impress friends. You're there to be for you. Thank you.
Thank you. So our first contestant for the mistress is Vanessa Matura. Pick any question you want. Okay, what advice do you have for the younger generation on how to balance a career and family life? What advice do you have for the younger generation on how to balance a career and family life?
Well, good evening, everyone. I would like to advise the younger generation to focus first on your education. Education is the key to success. As long as you have education, you have everything in your hand, and then you will have your career. And having your career will make you the person you want to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up is Melissa McDonald. Okay, what is one quality or trait you look for in someone, or one you believe your partner should possess? Again, What is one quality or trait you look for in someone, or one you believe your partner should possess?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. Good evening to the judges. And one quality I would believe a spouse or partner should possess would be honesty and trust. In a relationship, I believe that everyone should have trust and loyalty as well. That's what the foundation of a relationship should be built on. Thank you.
Thank you. Seema Saru. Last question. Okay, Seema, if you could go back in time to about 10 years, what advice would you give to your younger self? If you could go back in time to about 10 years, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Thank you, Nikki, for that question. Good evening, everyone, honorable judges. If I had to go back 10 years from today, the advice that I would give is to work a little bit harder in school. Give that time and give that commitment and get that scholarship, because education is important, knowledge is power, and I felt that I could have done more and become more in the future.
Thank you, Seema. And there you have it, judges. Now that you've seen every contestant answer their question, judge away, and now we will be calculating all the scores once they're done judging this segment. And for now, just have fun, get some food, get some drinks, and we'll let you know the results momentarily. Thank you. Ladies, you can head back downstairs and have fun, get some drinks, food, whatever. You're free to go now. Good luck, ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give all the contestants a big, big round of applause. Each one answered very, very well. I must say, very eloquently spoken by all the contestants.